When people say you're talented, they don't know the price. They don't know the price. They just don't. Hello guys, my name is Ivan, I'm an artist, and today we're going to talk about the gestural drawings, figure drawings. I'm not sure if you have seen these videos online, like gestural figure drawing, improve your anatomy, improve your characters drawings, stuff like that. So I definitely seen them a lot, so I decided to give them a try. And I've been doing this for 75 days straight. So today we're gonna look at my process, what I think of about it. We're gonna compare day 1 to day 75, and I will make like my opinion if it's worth it or not. Okay, let's start with the process, I guess. All right, let's go. So I think this is the day 74, so definitely not the beginning of my journey. And usually I'm spending like an hour for this exercise, which gives me 6 pages of figures, around 30 to 40 figures, and I'm spending like 60 seconds per each. And 60 seconds is actually pretty painful, especially at first, because you just have no time to add any details, you're struggling a lot, but it makes you focusing on the main things only. So basically you just have no time to playing around and stuff like that. And because you're doing like a 30 to 40 figures a day, it basically means you're doing iterations, a lot of iterations, and it leads to, you know, this thing like quantity to quality. And you don't have time for eraser, which is a good thing again, because you want iterations, not polishing the same figure again and again. And the first couple of figures are basically just a warm-up. So they are usually looks worse than the rest of the figures. I use a PureRef application. It is free, it is great, it has a slideshow feature. Yeah, and by the way, I'm looking for Android alternative, so if you know one, please let me know. And for the images, you actually can buy pretty great packs on the ArtStation store and on the Gumroad as well. Or you can use just a free website. Actually, preparing for this video, I collected like quite a few. You can find them in the video description. Alright, for the process itself, as you can see, very often I'm starting with the egg shape for the rib cage and like box shape for the pelvis area, and after that I'm adding limbs. So that's my typical process, which is not exactly a gestural drawing, it's more like a figure drawing, right? Did I actually waste time? No? Yes? I don't know. It still was useful, but yeah, the true gestural drawing is actually something else. So doing this daily, you actually getting used to human body proportions, you know, and doing this many iterations, you're starting to notice the mistakes. For example, I noticed that I tend to draw the torso very short, and also the hands are very short as well. So, and eventually I started to fixing the problems. Also, because of the time restriction, you're actually practicing to making a better lines, because you basically have no time for hatching or scribble around for these like hairy beginners lines. You just have time to make 1 or 2 lines per limb. So that's why they, you know, getting better and better, more elegant. Okay, let's make a break from my time lapse. And what I noticed, like somewhere to the end of this 75 days run, I actually noticed that I kind of stuck, and I haven't felt like I'm improving. So maybe it is time to change something. So if I'm going to continue this run, I definitely would like to change something, I guess, in my exercise. So I have 3 options at the moment. So option number 1 is actually to focus more on the lines instead of instead of the details. So to keep it more fluid, drawing this like very, I don't know how to say it, like very gestural drawing, as it's supposed to be, I guess, because I felt like I was too focused on the figure and the construction. So maybe I should switch to this more like liney kind of drawings when everything is basically just a curve, like many other artists actually do. Option number two is to be even more constructive. So instead of doing the figure kind of, making them the mannequins, I guess, like made out of boxes. So just focusing on the construction and how these 3D, like a simple primitive 3D forms, how they actually positioned in the space, you know. So basically like boxy mannequins, I guess, instead. So, and option number three is to learn anatomy. Anatomy in details. I mean, with the muscles and major bones and stuff like that, because it's also will be helpful to set like a quick landmarks on the body, like the bones and structure and stuff like that. And all of these like exercises, these three, and the actual figure drawing I have been doing for 75 days. What is the point? The point is when we looking at something, let's say we have like a cylinder, when we're studying something, to get the full nature of this object, of this subject, whatever, you need like a different viewpoints, different positions, like different, viewpoints, I guess. So if we're looking from this position, the cylinder, it looks like a rectangle to us, and if we're looking from above, it actually looks like a circle. But in fact, this object is a 3D form, pretty complex. And to understand it better, we need these like different positions, different viewpoints. So this is exactly the reason why we should learn something from a different standpoint. All right, enough philosophy. Let's get back to the drawings. As you can see, this is a very repetitive exercise. It's like a routine for you, and it's really easy to get bored doing this. Sometimes I noticed the mistake I made right away, so I put a note for myself, like this unhappy face. This time, this hand is basically too long. Yeah, it happens. And now let's talk about the box for the pelvis. I think it's a really good idea to use the box, but it's actually very tricky. Sometimes it's really hard to understand how to position it, how to tilt it, how to rotate it. I definitely still struggling with this stuff. I don't think this exercise is actually very pleasant. I definitely struggled. So my advices would be, if you are bored, just keep some YouTube or podcasts playing in the background. If you're struggling, you just have to accept it, I guess, because that's a struggle. You have to struggle a little bit. Don't overdo it. Um, Keep doing it daily. You don't have to make as many figures as I did. So maybe if you're struggling this day, just do like 10 maybe. That's fine, but keep doing it. It will definitely help you to progress. And the only pleasant thing in this exercise is like comparing today's drawing to the drawing you did last week. Unusual poses, of course, are much more challenging than, just standing. Okay, and now I'm changing the LED. Yeah, very exciting content, Ivan. Very fun. Thank you. Ooh, I do remember this one. I was so happy how it turns out. Look at the shoulder, like the angle it makes. So beautiful. I even put like a happy smiley face on the side. Some of these refs are actually very sexy and provocative, but because the process itself is very hard and because you have so few seconds to finish it, you don't pay attention to that. So they basically like as sculptures to you. You don't pay any attention to the character, you're just focusing on the 3D form. That's interesting. What I also noticed is you don't have to stick to the reference 100% like every time, because not every photo is actually great. So sometimes you just need to change it a little bit, especially if it comes to the limbs, for example. Sometimes some hand is just hidden completely behind the torso and it looks weird. So that's like your opportunity to change it a little bit, to make it more, I don't know, artistic. So just make it stick a little bit, just a palm or something like that, and it will be enough indication and much more dynamic and interesting to look at. Also, I think it's a good idea sometimes to draw like an X-ray machine. You know, like you're able to see through the object. So if some hand like is occluded or hidden behind the torso, just draw the hand completely. Like it really helps, because in that case you don't exactly just copying the silhouettes from the reference, but rather understanding the 3D form better. Maybe this pose could be improved if the feet is visible, because it looks a little bit weird without the feet. Alright, so let's try to summarize my process. So I'm starting with the X shape for the rib cage, then I add the boxy pelvis, and after that I'm drawing the limbs. So as I said, this is not exactly a gestural drawing, it's more like a figure drawing. I think now I need this like more abstract gestural approach, because it will help me to be less stiff and less sticking to the ref again. So you should do the same, just start doing it daily, look at your result after 1 week, and after that make an analysis, I guess, and change something in your process. Just hit your weak spots, I guess. Sometimes it will be hairy lines, sometimes ratios, sometimes like the anatomy features or the stiffness, whatever. Just make sure you stay conscious and you're aware of your weak spots and get rid of them. Or keep repeating them if you like them. Alright, so this is my process and let's look at the result. So this was the day 1. Let's compare it to the other days. So let's maybe zoom closer, like so. So this is the day 1. As you can see, like very loose, very hairy, dirty lines. This is the day 1. This is the day 1. As you can see, I even like make a note for myself. Well, it's just bad. Because it is, yeah. So it wasn't like the first time I have been doing these exercises. So I have done it before, but not as much, not for such a long time. So this time is like the most serious, definitely, approach. But as you can see, it still sucks. So yeah, not so good. So this is the day 1. Day 1. Day 1. Day 1. Yeah. This is day 2. I changed the color. It doesn't matter. So you don't see much progress from day to day, but you can see the progress like in a week, in the 2 weeks, stuff like that. So let's just randomly choose like any day here in the middle. So this is the day 30, what's 39, 30, 40. So okay, 39. Give me a sec, guys. So this is the day 2, which doesn't matter, and this is the day 39, I guess. So as you can see, it gets better. It definitely gets better. So it's not perfect, it's still far from perfect, but being compared to day one, and day 38 in this case. So 38. Look how much better the lines get, like more fluid motions, more feminine kind of motions and lines. Yeah, 39. Again, not perfect, but just compare it to this, and this. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, but I think it is here. It's visible. I want to believe it's visible. 39 and 39. So this is the 39 and this is the 75. This is 75. So again, much more fluid, much more confident lines, less messy, like scribbling around, you know, more feminine in this case, more like volumetric kind of looking, I guess. Day 75. Day 75. So, and if you make like a direct comparison, so this is the day 75, and this is the day 1. This is day 75, and this is the day 1. So that's how it goes in my case. So am I happy? Yes, I'm really happy about the results. I got much more confident with the figure drawings. I'm less limited with the references, so I can change the reference if I want. So it's definitely worth it, but it's also very time consuming in my opinion. So if you're struggling to make a decision, do it or not, well, it depends on how much time you have. If you really want to draw good figures, good like human body drawings, I think it's worth it, but you will have to spend at least a day, at least an hour a day, which is pretty much a lot. So 75 days is 75 hours. So yeah, it's a pretty huge time-consuming task. But yeah, sometimes it takes time. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue, but if I'm gonna continue, I definitely will change something in my process, as I described before. So thank you guys for watching. Wish you a great day. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you want, and see you next time. Bye bye.